Why does it take too long to reveal the incident report? In this video, I will cover what are the most important areas that the investigators are studying to reveal exactly what happened on board Dali minutes before the allision from the vessel black box, her certificates, records, plant maintenance system, and crew documents. Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Mustafa and I'm a captain on board ships similar in size of Dali. Let's see the first element the investigators start with during any shipping incidents. The first thing the NTSB will do is to extract the data from the Voyage Data Recorder VDR. It is like the black box carried on aircraft. VDRs enable accident investigators to review procedures and instructions in the moments before an incident and help to identify the cause of any accident. It is a data recording system designed for all vessels required to comply with SOLAS requirements in order to collect data from various sensors on board the vessel. VDR is usually a two-part system consisting of a data collecting unit and a protected storage unit that stores the retrieved data. Recording control unit and a data acquisition unit are connected to various equipment and sensors on board a ship. They digitize, compress, and store this information in an externally mounted protective storage unit. The storage unit is a tamper-proof unit designed to withstand the extreme shock, impact, pressure, and heat which could be associated with a marine incident, fire, explosion, collision, sinking, bridge allision, etc. A minimum of 30 days of recorded data must be held internally. When the ship sinks in a marine accident, the protective storage unit may be in a retrievable fixed unit or free float unit. The last 12 hours of stored data in the protected unit can be recovered and replayed by the authorities or ship owners for incident investigation. Although the primary purpose for the VDR is for accident investigation after the fact, there can be other uses of recorded data for preventive maintenance, performance efficiency monitoring, heavy weather damage analysis, accident avoidance, and training purposes to improve safety and reduce running costs. The information recorded in the unit may include the following information: position, date, time using GPS, speed log, speed through the water or speed over ground, heading from gyro compass, radar, electronic chart display system, IGDIS, a screen capture every 15 seconds, and a list of navigational charts in use every 10 minutes or when a chart change occurs. Audio from the bridge, including bridge wings, VHF radio communications, depth under keel from the echo sounder, main alarms, all IMO mandatory alarms, hull openings, status of hull doors as indicated on the bridge, watertight and fire door status, hull stress, radar, order and feedback response, engine and propeller, thrusters, status, direction, amount of thrust, percentage or RPM, wind speed and direction from the anemometer. So all these details are replayed and carefully studied to determine what went wrong minutes before the allision. Examination of the details in ship's log is often an important part of the investigation process for official maritime inquiries, in much the same way as for the VDR. Logbook entries are sometimes of great importance in legal cases involving maritime accidents and disputes. Every seagoing ship has to carry a record book to enter the most important daily events and processes. The range of entries is large and spans from navigation and ship safety to marine environment and seafarers' complaints. Today's ship's log has grown to contain many other types of information and is a record of operational data such as weather conditions, times of routine events, and significant incidents. The logbook also includes a record of navigational and pilotage events during the watch, the behavior of the vessel, and the change between hand and auto steering. Inspections, training, visit by various authorities, and emergency drills are often also logged in the deck record book. There are different types of record books on seagoing ships: bridge, engine, cargo logbook, oil record book, ballast log, and medical record books. All these logbooks will be thoroughly checked, not only the current ones. Even the archive will be checked, because these books have minimum retention period requirements. A record book has to be stored and data saved for at least 3 years. Before going further, if you are not a subscriber yet, please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, and hit the thumbs up if you like the video so far. And now, let's proceed to the next investigation area. The investigators will take fuel oil samples from various tanks and machineries to analyze and confirm if they comply with the regulation standards. The new amendments define 3 types of fuel oil samples. In-use sample. A sample of fuel oil in use on ship typically taken downstream of the fuel oil service tank and close to the machinery, including main engines, auxiliary engines, incinerators, inert gas generators, boilers, emergency generators, etc. Onboard sample, a sample of fuel oil intended to be used or carried for use on board that ship. Marport delivered sample, the sample of fuel oil delivered during the bunker operations. These samples must be retained on board until the fuel is consumed, but in any case for a period of no less than 12 months from the time of delivery. The Marport sample can only be released by the Port State Control Authorities or Flag State Administration Authorities. So the investigators will check if all equipment were well maintained as per statutory regulations and manufacturer recommendations. A ship maintenance plan aims to get the most amount of repairs and maintenance work done in the least amount of time and cost. Maintenance activities include keeping the machinery up to date and in a smooth condition, which ensures that the ship is seaworthy. With proper maintenance, the ship has prolonged life and higher efficiency and prevent the breakdown of her machinery. It is for this reason to plan the maintenance of the machinery in advance so that the machinery can be overhauled and maintained properly. We have three types of maintenance on board: preventive or scheduled maintenance system. It is famously known as PMS or planned maintenance system. In this type of system, the maintenance is carried out as per the running hours like 4,000 hours, 8,000 hours, etc. or by the calendar intervals like 6 monthly, yearly, etc. of the machinery. The maintenance is carried out irrespective of the condition of the machinery. The parts have to be replaced if it's written in the schedule, even if they can be still used. A PMS on ships is mandatory according to the International Safety Management Code, ISM. An effective planned maintenance system not only helps meet safety and environmental objectives laid out in the ISM code, it is also an investment in the protection of the assets and optimization of their management. Corrective or breakdown maintenance. In this system, the maintenance is carried out when the machinery breaks down. This is not suitable and good method, as situations may occur when the machinery is required in emergency. Condition maintenance system. In this system, the machinery parts are checked regularly. With the help of sensors, etc., the condition of the machinery is assessed regularly and the maintenance is done accordingly. The system requires experience and knowledge, as wrong interpretation may damage the machinery and lead to costly repairs. The investigators are doing thorough checks of the vessel certificates to confirm all the necessary tests and inspections were done timely and no outstanding job that may jeopardize the safety of the ship and or the crew. Same when you own a car. You need a couple of documents to use it, such as registration permit, bill of sale, safety standard certificate, etc. Ships must carry various certificates and documents on board to operate legally and to trade freely both nationally and internationally. The maritime industry commonly uses the terms certificates and documents. Technically, however, certificates validate a fact and documents provide evidence or proof of meeting a standard. Statutory requirements legally mandate the standards of construction, safe operation, and management of ships. The following certificates and documents constitute a partial list of international regulatory and statutory certificates and documents. Certificate of classification. The certificate states that the vessel is compliant with the rules of the classification society, but the document does not act as a warranty of safety, fitness of purpose, or seaworthiness of the vessel. Certificate of registry. Merchant ships must be registered in the flag state, Singapore for Dali, and must carry a certificate of registry detailing and verifying this registration. This trading certificate contains essential information about the vessel and her owner. SOLAS certificates. The SOLAS Convention established safety standards for the equipment, construction, and operation of merchant ships. Ships must carry various SOLAS certificates on board, including the following: International Ship Safety Equipment Certificate, Minimum Safe Manning, International Ship Construction, International Ship Safety Radio, Safety Management Certificate, International Ship Security Certificate. Marport certificates. The Marport Convention requires ships to carry multiple statutory certificates, including International Oil Pollution Prevention Certificates, Pollution Prevention Certificate for the carriage of noxious liquid substance in bulk, Sewage Pollution Prevention Certificates, Air Pollution Prevention Certificate, and Energy Efficiency Certificates. International Anti-Fouling System Certificate. The certificate verifies a ship's anti-fouling system does not contain harmful compounds. International Load Line Certificate. The International Convention on Load Lines established regulations for determining ship load lines, accounting for seasons and zones, as well as factors of ship construction. International Tonnage Certificate. The International Convention on Tonnage Measurement of Ships established a universal system for tonnage measurement of ships. Based on previous data, the investigators will assess the competency of the crew members and their documents. Competency is different from competence in performance assessment. Competence contains specific range of skills, knowledge, or ability, while competency is the quality of being physically and intellectually qualified. So human factors have been deemed to affect variety of unsafe acts and hazardous conditions, with no exception in the maritime sector. 95% of world trade is transported by sea, and approximately 75% to 96% of marine accidents are related to human factor. International Convention of Standard of Training Certification and Watchkeeping for Seafarers (STCW) sets minimum qualification standards for masters, officers, and watch personnel on seagoing ships. The STCW Convention was the first to establish minimum basic requirements on training, certification, and watchkeeping for seafarers on international level. Competency and STCW certificates need to be renewed every 5 years. To renew STCW endorsements, seafarers need to complete additional coursework revalidating or refreshing specific topics. They include deck and engine officers training courses, basic safety training, firefighting courses, medical courses, radio courses, radar and navigational courses, maritime security courses, ship simulator courses, and cargo operating courses, etc. The investigators as well will check if the vessel is manned as per Safe Manning certificate. Safe manning is a function of the number of qualified and experienced seafarers to ensure that a ship is sufficiently, effectively, and efficiently manned to provide safety and security of the ship, safe navigation and operation at sea, safe operations in port, prevention of human injury or loss of life, the avoidance of damage to the marine environment and the property, and to ensure the welfare and health of seafarers through the avoidance of fatigue. Speaking about the welfare and fatigue, the MLC Maritime Labor Convention is a comprehensive international employment convention adopted by the ILO, International Labour Organization. It contains seafarers' rights to decent conditions of work and creates conditions of fair competitions for ship owners. Seafarers have not always worked under acceptable conditions, affecting their health and safety, well-being and safety on board ships. Since their working lives are spent outside the home country and their employers are also often abroad, effective international standards are necessary. So the investigators will check if the ship owners complies with MLC obligations of governments and ship owners, such as minimum requirements for seafarers to work on ship, conditions of employment, accommodation, recreational facilities, food and catering, health protection, medical care, welfare, and social security protection. Usually these areas are the focus of investigators at the beginning, which lead them to another areas to look at. This is why the US officials said it could take up to 2 years to ascertain why the ship malfunctioned. If you made it to the end of the video, I'd love to read your thoughts and questions about the subject in the comments section below. You may check out these videos where I covered the Baltimore Bridge allision in details. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.